Hello.
Hello. We're actually in person today, sitting side by side, face to face.
I know. It's all going to be chaotic today because we're in the same room together. It's not going to go well. So bear with us today. I'm still recovering from cold, disgusting germs, but I will do my best. I have got some notes I'm reading from today because I can't string a sentence together.
We're meeting face to face today, because, as opposed to our usual online, because I'm being rewired at home. And that means a full house rewire, not me personally being rewired. I need to be rewired. But no, it's the full house rewire. So it's kind of chaos at home, actually. So it's nice to escape. And in fact, I've been accused of escaping, but no, it's a nice place to escape too.
Exactly. So here we are and we're doing it. So we're at my house today. So it is what it is. And hopefully you can hear us okay. We've got some little mics and stuff, but hopefully it's all good. So what have we been doing this week? I have been at home recovering from a cold, watching lots of TV, just generally pottering around, not doing very much, doing some college work, still going to placement, but not been firing on all cylinders. And what have you been up to?
Well, I've been doing my course as well, which is the supervisor's course, training to become a supervisor for hypnotherapists. So I've still got some spaces, and if there are any hypnotherapists out there listening or know someone, I've still got a couple of spaces that, and I need them to help me to get my clinical hours in, so I can, be signed off. So yeah, I've got several and really fascinating, interesting people, but I've got space for more. So I've been busy doing that, and obviously working with clients as well. And doing all that usual household stuff and getting through January, really.
As you do?
Yeah, just coping with January.
Show everyone your sparkly shoes before we do anything else. So, yeah.
Oh, look at me, flexibility. Sorry, excuse the leg. These my sparkly shoes.
I love them. Where are they from?
They are Rika, a brand called Rika. And they are leather. Oh, yes, indeed. I was going to put my orange.
I love them. I like the socks as well.
I know. Well, you gave me these socks. I just thought I'm going to clash it all up. When Kevin looked at me today, he looked at me and I thought, he's not approving of what I'm wearing today. But do you know what? I don't actually care.
And he kept it within.
He didn't mention it. He didn't mention it.
He's a very wise man.
He didn't mention it. But I was going to wear my orange sambas today, and I thought, no, it's not the weather for suede sambas.
No, especially coming up here in the mud.
Exactly. So in the mud, so I put my sparkly Rikas on.
They're very nice.
They're really comfy and very bouncy to walk in. And before anybody says anything, nobody's sponsoring us for anything yet. But I'm happy to. They were
exactly. Send us your stuff. We're happy to do that.
Give us something to trial.
Exactly. So that's the sparkly shoes. But yeah, we love those. And today I am wearing a new cardigan, new to me, that I got on Vinted. So it's beige. I don't normally do beige, but it's quite a nice beige. And it's got leopard print buttons and heart pocket details. And I love hearts. So,
love it.
Yeah. And it was £6.
Well, you can't argue with that, can you? And I love it. I do like a bit of leopard because it is the neutral, isn't it? It's the new neutral.
As long as I can do an accessory, but you don't want to go too Bet from Coronation Street. I'm not going for that kind of vibe, but I like a little hint of leopard.
A touch. Yes. Breaks it all up.
A leopard accessory or something is always good. Okay, so we'll crack on with today. So Mum is very glamorously holding on to the flip chart, which will all be revealed in a second. So the last time we saw you, we did the drama triangle.
Oh, do you know what I forgot? I forgot my spatula of decision.
Oh, your spatula of decision. We'll have to use my pen off spatula of doom. So we did the drama triangle where we talked about conflict, people's positions in conflict, which were persecutor, victim, and rescuer. Mm-hmm. This week, we're talking about the antidote to the drama triangle, which is the winner's triangle. So if my glamorous assistant would bring into view our flip chart. Wonderful. So hopefully you can see this at home. So what you would do, this is the winner's triangle. If you want to improve your communication in all your relationships, it works for work, home, marriage, sibling, blah, 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 all those kind of different relationship dynamics that we have. This is your key to it. So it's The drama triangle, same shape, but you would swap out persecutor for assertive. You would swap out rescuer for caring, and you would swap out victim for vulnerable. And I'm going to go through and do some examples of how these work. And Mum's just going to stay hidden behind the flip chart. That's all about me today.
Do you know this reminds me of my first ever stage performance when I was 5. And it was the only time, this sounds sad, so sad, doesn't it? I don't mean to, but it was the only time my mother ever came to see what I was doing at school. And she was disgusted because I was sat behind a curtain. But it's going to be like that today. She never came again, actually, because she fully expected me to be behind a curtain. Goodbye.
So, the vulnerable position. Vulnerable first. Vulnerable, previously victim, means acknowledging your reality, challenges, emotions, needs, while maintaining your sense of capability and agency. And so it's authentic without being helpless. So what vulnerable would sound like is, I'm feeling overwhelmed by this deadline. I need to create a plan. Would you help me think through the options? Or, I made a mistake on that report. I'm working on fixing it. I'd appreciate your input. Or, I'm anxious about this presentation. I'm going to practice it 3 times. Could I do a run through with you? Notice how you're acknowledging the struggle and owning your capability. You're asking for support, but you're not asking to be rescued. Does that make sense? If you have any questions on any of the stuff that we discussed, send us your comments. And if you want us to explain anything further, we will. Okay.
That's really good. Sorry, excuse me just a moment, if I may interject. I think that's really helpful because that encourages someone in victim mode, from what I understand, is to take responsibility for asking for their needs in that moment to be met the way they want them to be met.
Yes. So rather than saying, oh, I'm hopeless, I can't do it, and then the person being forced into rescuing you. It's like, what do you want? You're being vulnerable and expressing that you're worried or you're anxious about what you're doing, but that you want help to facilitate making that change for yourself.
And taking responsibility for what it is you need. Yeah. That would work. Okay, cool.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
So the next one we're going to do is the assertive position, which previously in the drama triangle was persecutor. So assertive means expressing your truth, setting boundaries and addressing problems directly, but with respect for others. It's clarity without attack. So previously, the persecutor was sometimes a critical parent, or, that sort of pointy finger, you've done this. So it's a different approach. And assertive sounds like, I've noticed you've been late to our last 3 meetings. It impacts our productivity. I need you to either arrive on time or let me know in advance. Or, that comment didn't land well with me. I felt dismissed. I'd like us to find a way to disagree more respectfully. Or, I'm not available to work this weekend. I need to protect my personal time. Let's problem solve how to meet this deadline within work hours. So you're being direct about the impact and your needs, and you're describing, not attacking. So you're using I language as opposed to you language.
Yeah, I really.
Does that work? Let me move this out of the way.
I really like that, actually. Yes. And I'm quite guilty of being the persecutory role, and it's hard to take back steps sometimes. But if you actually say what it is you would like you expect from the other person, like you said, actually, it's about you creating your boundaries without the attack of having been violated or fully upset, so that you respond with an attack. Much healthier. Much healthier.
And you can see how people would respond differently to that, because it's a much more positive interaction,
Yeah.
rather than that tone, that getting into an argument or bringing up feelings of anxiety. And of course, you're kind of staying in adult all the time, aren't you?
Always. And that it's tough to do. It's easier said than done, for sure.
Yeah, it does take practice.
It does.
Sure.
And it's kind of when someone's really irritated you, when I think about him indoors, bless him, he did say he'd litigate me if I actually added any more in about him. I'm going to risk that one.
I'll edit that out, Kev. I'm with you.
He has threatened me with litigation, but it's kind of, I will lead with an attack. I know I will, and he'd be nodding and concurring with this when he listens to it, because he does like to listen to it. He's our only subscriber. But
we've got 10 subscribers now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, what was the point I was going to make there? I know, it's that always when you do the finger pointing and you're having a disagreement and something's not gone your way, and it's you always do that. Whenever that, no one always does something. They do it a lot, but it's kind of own it, as you say, is own it with an I statement. Take it back by saying, when you do that, this is how I feel. And it's unhelpful. Can we find a different way for you to get your needs met, me to get my needs met? Win-win.
So you're working collaboratively rather than having expectations of someone to just change differently. Certain things need to happen to affect that change. And that means both parties communicating, making changes.
Because as soon as you accuse, it leaves you standing in a corner and leaves the other person standing in a corner, and even more distance between you.
And you've got attack and defence, and then it's just work. And then
They
you're back in the drama triangle.
Totally. They don't get their needs met, and I certainly don't get my needs met.
Yeah.
And nobody wins.
Perfect. So,
okay?
yes,
I'm
perfect.
coming back with this.
Goodbye. Seamless. So the final one is caring. So we are swapping out rescuer for caring. And caring means offering genuine support while respecting others' autonomy and capability. It's support that empowers, not rescues. So what caring would sound like is, that sounds really challenging. What kind of support would be most helpful to you right now? Or, I'm confident you can figure this out. If you want to talk through your thinking, I'm here. Or, I have some thoughts if you want them, but I also trust your judgment. What do you need from me? So much more positive interactions and I statements again, and empowering that person to make the change that they want to do. So bringing them out of victim. You're not having to take action, or action that you think that you need to take to help them, because not everybody wants you to fix and do the stuff for them. Yeah, does that make sense?
Does to me. I think it's perfect, actually. Lots of clients experience, lots of people experience, actually, when they've been the recipient of unwanted rescuing. Or as soon as someone offers a solution for you that doesn't fit your ecology, your world, doesn't fit your life, you kind of automatically reject it. So as soon as you reject, oh no, that wouldn't work for me, the person who's doing the rescuing goes, oh gosh, it makes them flinch as well. So back into the drama triangle. But if you say, I might have a couple of solutions, do you want to talk it through? And the other person can say yes or no, whichever. You can decide, as long as they don't mind being rejected.
Exactly. And you're offering to be a resource for that person if they need it, and a helping hand if they need it, but not taking over and doing it. So you're giving that power back to the person.
People generally know what they need.
Yes.
And sometimes it's just a hug and just to be heard. All people generally want is to be heard. When you're feeling really kind of, you just want to go, rah, 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 get it off your chest, and you suddenly feel better. They don't need a solution.
So I'll give you another example of how that works, how it works together. So you can move between these positions. You're not always in one position, we're in one, but it's just making a positive out of all of them. So another example would be with your partner. say, I need to talk about household responsibilities. This is a classic that we all have potential issues with. I'm feeling like I'm carrying most of the load. Assertive. I'm exhausted and starting to feel resentful. I don't want to feel this way towards you. Vulnerable. I know you're dealing with a lot at work. How can we problem solve this together in a way that works for both of us? Caring. So see how that flows without one of those whole ranty, passive aggressive, I'm doing everything in this house. I'm carrying all of the load here. I'm exhausted. I'm so angry with you. You see how it's shifting. You're empowering that person to make a change, and you're taking away that direct element where you're going to butt heads, where someone feels attacked.
Yeah, it creates space, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Creates space for both people, both parties to actually consider what's been said. Takes a lot of practice, though. It really does take quite a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just won't get it right.
No, exactly. So if you fancy a bit of homework this week, your homework or your practical assignment or an experiment is just to look. Do you want me to chuck that on the side? We'll get it out of the way.
We finished with that. You don't want to show it anymore?
No.
Okay, I've done my glamorous assistant bit.
You've done it. Thank you, glamorous assistant.
Your
practical work is just to think about the role that you play within the drama triangle and the winner's triangle and how you can shift it. Just think about one communication that you've had with someone at any part of your day.
Yeah.
And if it hasn't gone very well, how you think it could have been different. Because part of the battle with all this kind of stuff is the awareness of it.
Totally.
Is that right? And then you can start to bring it in.
And it may help you just write it down, actually, and have a few stock sort of consider the conflicts that you find yourself getting into most often. And maybe when you're thinking about the winner's triangle, just think about some stock phrases that you could use instead, so that you can pull them out the bag quickly.
Yeah.
And with our neural synapses, we can keep growing them. And when we think something, that's great. But then when we write something, that adds another layer and creates another neural synapse. And then when we reread it, so that you're forming a loop. So then you practice, you write it. So it's rehearsal, mental rehearsal, which is what hypnotherapy is about. It's about rehearsing different scenarios for yourself.
So what we're going to do to help you with that, if that's something that you want to do, which we hope it is I'm going to upload just a 10-15 minute hypnotherapy session. And it's designed to help you embody the felt sense of vulnerable, assertive and caring. It's going to create the mental anchors so that you can access them in real situations. And it's going to rewire old reactive patterns and make them into more conscious and empowered responses. It's also going to build your confidence to help you choose those 3 positions so that they start to come much more naturally for you. And I think what would be a good thing to do, go away, think about what you're doing, how you're coming across in those situations. Take the time to listen to the audio once a day for 7 days and just see if you notice any change. Would you think that's fair?
Definitely.
Because it is about the repetition and the doing things, and nothing's perfect. No one's going to be changing overnight. But if you can create a nicer, less conflict-fueled environment for yourself, then you're going to generate a generally happier life for yourself.
I agree. Listen to the audios. Listen to any audios that calm you down over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Our brains love repetition. That's how we learn, and that's how we learn to rewire our brains into different patterns and different ways of thinking that are more helpful for us. Really, practicing, practice.
And it's the same with anything, isn't it?
The more you practice, the better you get.
Absolutely. And the more you see the better response that you get to it and how it changes those dynamics, the more you're going to feel inclined to do it. Because you'll be responding differently. The person or people will be responding differently to you as well. You can just create a happier calmer life for yourself.
Happier environment for everybody, really. Everybody wins out of it.
Yeah.
You win, your partner win, or whoever the person that you might be in conflict with.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Cool.
Golly. Well done.
Have you got anything else that you want to talk about the winner's triangle?
Well, I would only just say that there are various people in the media at the moment that could really do with sitting everybody down in a room and going through it in fairness.
Absolutely.
And, should we just raising briefly the Beckhams?
Oh, I know.
I know.
I feel so sad for them.
So sad, because I love them both. I think they're great. They've raised they've lovely family, lovely boys, lovely daughter. They've raised them the best way they can, but they have all been raised in the spotlight. And I, do see the pressures. But I would hate it if it ever got to a stage like that with ourselves, where you were divorcing me as a parent.
Oh, I know.
Saying, sod off, you old bag.
But interestingly, I read an article of talking about estrangement and how it's on the rise. Yeah. And it's a growing trend with people, with the whole let them that we touched on last time. And people not resolving conflict and say it's okay to walk away. But it might just be an argument with someone. You might have a difficult relationship with somebody. It doesn't mean that they're a malignant narcissist that you need to walk away from. Everyone's so quick to label things and about protection, but that is a question using avoidance. You do have to communicate with people, but you have to improve your communication to people. And that's where things like the awareness of the drama triangle and the winner's triangle come in.
But it shows how deep rooted some of that stuff is for some people. And, occasionally there will be times when none of this works and the lines of communication are broken. I don't think either of us suggesting for a moment that this is a miracle cure for everything, but it's a good place to start for minor irritation.
Yeah, it's a conscious shift.
It is, and knowing where you are.
Absolutely. And I think for things like the Beckhams, it's just desperately sad. I think what is sadder is that the whole world is talking about it.
Yeah.
So all of their personal stuff is being aired for the whole world to see, to make memes about, to joke about. I mean, we're talking about it as well because you can't get away from it.
You can't.
It's literally everywhere. When I had a quick look on Instagram this morning, it's literally the only topic of conversation, which is a great deflection from World War III or, Trump against NATO situation that's going on. But it's just really sad. And I don't think we should make light of a really distressing situation. And Brooklyn's lived experience, there's arguments for and against and different things, but they're brought up in a very small bubble where you haven't had a normal childhood.
Not at all. It's a bit like the royalty really, but I guess
oh God,
same sort of bubble.
It's like Harry and Meghan all over again.
Everything is being played out. We're washing our dirty laundry in public. Yeah. And I think that's the discomfort of it, really,
And we don't actually know anything about these people.
No, we don't know a damn thing.
We only know what the publicists and what they have put out. And I know there's arguments to say, well, they sold the baby photos to this paper, Hello Magazine. They sold their wedding photos. They sold We don't own them. They're still humans at the end of the day.
And everybody has a different perception of whatever goes on. We can all go to the same meeting. We can all be in the same room and ostensibly hear exactly the same thing. And every single person that walks away from that meeting or whatever it was heard something different because we hear it through our own filters and bring our own stuff with it. So no, I think it's a shame. I think they ought to be left alone in private to work through their issues, because it would be a shame if it was broken.
I think Brooklyn putting this thing out on Instagram, whatever it was a massive own goal, to use a
footballing analogy.
Yeah, exactly.
But God, it shows how bad it is for them to be communicating that way. Yeah. If you and I ever got into a conflict that was as much as that, we may need a referee. Who knows? We may need the husband and Tony to come in and referee between us. I can't imagine it ever getting to a state like that. Gosh.
I know. Can you imagine? Yeah, you can't imagine it. But it is a reality for lots of families, and estrangement is on the rise. Difficult conversations need to be had. don't get me wrong, we know from our experience of dealing with clients that there are lots of issues going on behind the scenes. Sometimes there is a case for, estrangement, distancing yourself. We get it. But it is just really sad. So let's just have a little bit of compassion for a difficult situation.
Definitely, for everybody going through it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Do you want to talk about Donald Trump?
What can I say about no?
I don't think we've got anything good to say.
Not really. I think I'd like to step away from politics, actually. And I would encourage most people to step away from it, because there's nothing that we can do as ordinary individual people to actually change anything. But I do recognise that what is going on will have an impact on people in a different way, depending on their levels of tolerance and anxiety at the moment. So I would advise you to limit what you're and how you consume your news. Everybody's going to do it differently. Some people can't cope with waking up in the morning first thing and listening to things. Other people don't want to be listening to it later in the day because it will interrupt their sleep. I like to consume my news. I have an hour in the morning and that is me done. If anything happens after that, someone somewhere will make me aware of it. If it's otherwise, it can wait till tomorrow morning because it's changing so fast. So just be kind to yourself and tune out what you can tune out.
Okay, so moving on from that, then should we talk about our recommendations and anything that we have bought or done this week? And can I just go first, just to mention that last week you talked about a program on BBC. And I just wanted to say that I have watched all of the episodes and absolutely loved it. So if you like something which is moving, funny, thought-provoking, anger-inducing as well, but fantastically acted, beautiful TV, you have to watch this and let us know what you thought.
Fabulously written. It's a programme that stayed with me for quite a bit, and I can still conjure up certain bits of it. Some things wash over you, and you watch it and you kind of let it go, and even 10 minutes later you think, what was that about? I'm not really sure. But this, I found it absolutely tremendous writing, and hats off to the person.
Yeah, it's absolutely stayed with me, and has also increased my knowledge of OCD. And how desperately awful it must be to live your life like that.
It was a really good depiction of it, wasn't it?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. I haven't got any negatives about it. I just thought it was a fantastic piece of work. So congratulations to everybody that's involved with that. I'm your biggest fan.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. It was really good.
And weirdly, I haven't heard very much about it, but people aren't talking about it as much. Whereas, as I said last week, I think that adolescence got lots of plaudits. It was all out there straight away, and don't get me wrong, it was terrific, and I did watch it, and I loved it. Thought it was amazing, the acting, everything about it. But this hasn't got much attention, in hardly any attention in the same way. I personally think it should be up for awards, and I'd like to see more of whatever this person writes and puts together.
Yeah, agree. Absolutely amazing.
Cool.
I haven't got anything else TV-wise this week because I think I discussed everything. I can recommend my lemon and ginger tea, which I've been living on last few days. Anything to stop me coughing and spluttering and sneezing and God knows what else. The only other thing that I've got, which I wanted to show you, was a new mascara by Revolution.
Who's going to read it from that distance?
Yeah, called Lash Wrap, but I'll put the details for it in the show notes. And I went for a burgundy one for a change, and it's a tubing mascara. It's amazing. It doesn't run, drip, don't have panda eyes or anything, and it's really good, I think.
Ooh, very glamorous.
I like it.
It's a good colour on you.
I know, I like it. Brings out the green in my eyes.
Yes. I think if I wore burgundy, I'd look like I might be sobbing. We've got slightly different skin tones.
Exactly. That's why I wasn't too sure. I didn't want to look like I had
her
a black
mother,
eye.
honestly, I am her mother.
Yeah,
but we have got different skin tones.
It's
funny.
So yeah, they're my only recommendations for this week. It's been a quiet one for me.
Oh, righty-ho. Well, TV-wise, I have got a little bit, a few recommendations. I'm continuing with the Traitors. Are you watching the Traitors?
I am watching the Traitors. I'm not as into this one as I have been previous ones.
Funny, me neither.
But it's on, and we all watch it together.
Yeah,
so it's good.
And that's one thing that you can do, you know, because it hits all the family, doesn't it? Which is lovely, and it creates topics of discussion, I think, amongst you. Yeah, we watch it. It's something that we him indoors at home and I can agree on that we watch. So, and we do watch it, but like you, I'm not as invested this time as I have been. Interesting to see where that goes. I've been watching The Night Manager.
Oh, I've been watching that as well, and it's not as good as the first one. I like Tom Hiddleston, but it's all a bit.
Okay.
Just
in what way? What do you mean?
Oh, it's all a bit self-indulgent. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not convinced. Yeah, sorry.
Ooh.
I know. I'm just not feeling it. And the female character as well, all pouty and whatever. She gets on my nerves too.
I must admit, when they drop a female in with the sort of tousled hair and all of that sort of jive and stuff, and you think, oh God, here we go.
It's like, really? Is that it?
I know. Is that it? It was it was that bit. I do like a bit Tom Hiddleston though.
Same. It's beautiful to look at. No question. And I think the guy House.
Oh, Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie. I think he's fantastic in it.
He's
fabulous. He plays a great villain.
He's terrific. Yeah. I really like Hugh Laurie. He's, you know, from watching him in Monty Python to how he's gone out of Blackadder,
Brian Laurie,
and how he was hilarious, because he is hilarious, but this great serious actor who can really carry the weight of this evil. Yeah, terrific. Really enjoy it. And the other thing I've just finished, we binge watched it, him and I, was 1,000 Blows.
I don't know that one.
Oh, do you not know?
No.
It's on Disney Plus. It is another, oh goodness me, I've forgotten the name of the actor. Oh Christ.
So good with the recommendations. We don't know who the people are or anything in them, but you should watch this. It's got so and so in it.
What's my favourite?
We get the gist.
What's my Graham. Stephen Graham.
Oh, I'm going to watch that then.
Yeah.
You just said Stephen Graham, I'm sold.
You're in. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's from the Stephen Knight wrote it. See, I remembered that. And they responsible for writing Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay.
So it's based on some truth, because it's the 40 elephants as well. It's boxing stuff going. Anyway, I won't bore you to death with it. You can choose to watch it or not, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Have you got anything else?
Oh, what recommendation-wise? Nothing more TV-wise, I don't think. I've watched the usual dribble, you know, that's good. Book-wise, I'm still reading The Hallmark Man.
Oh my God.
Well, it's a big book.
That's like Tom's school book that he's got at the moment. He's had it for like nearly a year. Are you ever going to finish this book?
It's a weighty tale. But I'm loving the writing. I just love it. I think it's great. What else have I been involved in? Other reading, I've just been doing some reading for the course that I'm on, which is as I've said before, it's my supervision course that I'm doing for hypnotherapists. And I did some more CPD at the weekend. Honest to God, I'm trained with an inch of my life, and I can't remember half the things I'm meant to be doing. I did some NLP refresher training.
Oh, I like NLP.
I know. I did a practitioner course ages and ages ago, years, almost 20 years ago. Time flies. And I thought it's time for a refresher, and it was really good. It was my hypnotherapy supervisor who was running it, so that was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it made me remember some of the things that I've pushed to the back of my mind that I need to bring forward and use with clients, maybe.
It's always good to bring it back.
Or for myself. Some things for myself, anchoring, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. Products, no, I haven't got any products. Food sensations, absolutely none, because I'm still fasting, everybody. I'm eating properly, eating well. Are you smiling? Are you sniggering? You sniggered, didn't you? It's not to know.
I can see it.
She's joking.
From her pocket.
Some pounds fell out of my pocket. What a bitch. We will fall out.
Exactly. Winner's triangle.
But there's no food sensations other than just good food, and I'm waiting for my window to open so I can start moshing.
Exactly.
as quickly as I can.
We're just battling through January.
Yeah, nearly there, folks. Nearly there.
Exactly.
Well done for everybody for doing it, by the way, and getting there. Soon be payday.
Next time, we've got a couple of sort of listener choice questions that we're just going to bring in. So just some stuff for that. So we haven't got a presentation to bring. We've had a couple of emails and we're going to discuss those ones. So we'll save that for next time.
I did not know about the listener who has written in.
Exactly. So
amazing.
We will do that. So unless you've got anything else.
I don't believe I've got anything burning right now. And you people need to get on with your lives, don't you? Listen to us wittering on.
Absolutely. And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.